Hi, Linda Bowen here from StampingWithLinda.com, your cardiologist since 1997, helping you create cards from the heart. Today I'm going to show you how to make this center pop-up card, and I am using that technique of shrinking down your thinlits. If you've not seen that video, you want to check it out on my YouTube channel, or I have a link on my blog. So let's get started. What I have done is I have taken 2 pieces of Whisper White. These measure 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and then I also have a piece that's 2 1/2 by 5 1/2. So first we're going to take one of those 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and we're going to put it in our cutter, and I'm going to put it on that side line, which is the 1 1/4 mark, and I am going to cut it starting at the bottom, and I'm going to cut it up to 4 1/4. Then I'm just going to flip it over, and I'm going to do the same thing. Line it up at the 1 1/4, which is that line at the side. Start at the bottom, cut up to 4 1/4. Next, what I need to do is I need to score the center piece so that it'll fold up. So I'm going to put that in my cutter, and I'm going to score at 5/8. And I'm going to use this side because of the measurement being so close. I'm just going to score that center panel. So I scored it at 5/8, and now I'm going to put it in the long waist because I need to score at 2 3/4, starting at cut line, going to cut line, and then I'm going to bring it down to the 4 1/4 and do the same thing. So what happens is now I have that slide for that pop-up. Going to bring in my Calypso Coral ink pad and a sponge, and I just want to sponge around the edges just to soften that white, like so. And then I want to work on that center piece. Remember, it measured 2 1/2 by 5 1/2. This is the center piece I'm going to be working on, is the actual slide part. And I want it to look like a bookmark. So I'm just going to take my scissors and give you a little trick here. I'm just going to cut a triangle, and then I'm going to take that triangle, and I'm going to take that scrap and put it on the other side as a guide so that my piece coming up is the same size on both sides. So I've got that sponging done. Then I'm going to bring in a scrap piece of paper and bring in my butterflies. Excuse me, those aren't butterflies. How about balloons? Oops, not enough coffee. Going to use my Calypso Coral and my Eggplant Evie and my Daffodil Delight, and I'm first going to take, I'm going to be stamping on the front, and I don't want it to stamp on the part that's a slide. So I'm going to pull that up. I'm going to take the balloons with my markers and color that in. Just randomly stamp those balloons. Don't remember the name of this set. I will have it posted on my blog. It's a birthday set. So I've got that. Then I'm going to also bring in that piece that is going to slide up and also put a balloon on it. Going to go in with my yellow. Again, stamp another balloon and a couple on the main card. Looks like I didn't get enough ink on there. I'm going to make sure that I did. So that. Do a couple more yellow ones. And then I'm going to go into my Calypso Coral. And ink that balloon. Oops, I got that. Thought I forgot my yellow one on my bookmark, but I didn't. Now to assemble that card, I'm also going to take on the centerpiece down here that I scored. I'm going to take the happy birthday and ink that with my marker and stamp that. Going to bring in my 3/4 inch hole punch, and I'm going to punch about 3/4 of an inch. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my snail for the video, and I'm just going to run the snail down along the sides, not in the center one yet, and across the top. But you don't want to go all that way. I brought it too far because I need my slide to go in there. So you want your adhesive to come over. Now, if I had my eraser, I'd be using that, but instead I'm just running with my finger. So I've got the tape. I'm also going to tape along that 5/8 inch where I stamped the happy birthday, because that is where my slide is going to go. Just attach that to that. And then I'm going to bring in that other 1/4 sheet. Again, watch your adhesive because you don't want to get it on your slide like I did. I'm going to line that up with a 5.5 by 4.25 piece, and then this is going to slide up like that. I, again, have already done those balloons with the shrinking technique. Going to bring in my little tails from my balloons from that stamp set, and I'm going to ink a couple tails for my balloons, and then I'm going to attach those balloons. But again, I want to make sure that I attach them underneath that score mark. So just put them underneath with a glue dot, like so. Oops, it didn't pull off. There we go. Another glue dot. And then I did not bring my tacky glue over, but I recommend putting tacky glue across that happy birthday. So I'm going to bring in that finished card so you can see how that slides. Isn't that a fun technique? Thanks for joining me. Talk to you real soon.